Gita Saraydarian, and today's lesson and meditation is from chapter 25, Wisdom of the Zodiac Volume 1, Taurus Preparation for Wesak. This is the highlight of the year for spiritual students and disciples alike, and it is such an important time that we need to prepare for it. And I will go through the steps of preparation. And as always, you can take 5 days, 7 days, or even an entire month to prepare for Wesak. But let me tell you something, every year you will receive a gift of Wesak. What is that? You'll find out. If you're prepared and you're poised, that gift will be welcomed, and it'll be nurturing and growing and deepening for you. It'll be a very important gift. So let's look at what this chapter is telling us. It is beautiful, starts on page 349. Preparation involves two different things, goal and readiness. And those are the two things that I will spend some time to talk about today, and then we will do a beautiful meditation taken from the previous chapter, chapter 24. So what is Wesak? Let's start with that. Wesak is a day of rebirth. Okay, so when the Wesak day comes in May, that is the day of rebirth for you. And rebirth doesn't happen just by itself. You have to have the goal, the intent that we talked about the previous month in Aries, the intent, the goal, and you're going to set that and deepen it during this month. And you're going to prepare for it by being ready. So what is Wesak? It is the day of rebirth, a day in which you can give a new birth to yourself. Something new and wonderful starts to happen in your life. You take it the next month and then it's released into your life. See how that will work for you. That's the first. Second, Wesak is a time of illumination. Illumination means to bring more mental light into your mind, mental clarity, mental joyfulness, mental positivity and hope and faith. It's so important to have that illumination and consider what that means for you. Are there dark areas in your life, or areas that you're ignorant about, or areas that you want to know more about or have clarity about? This is the time that you can bring illumination to the dark corners of your mind. The third meaning of Wesak is a transition to a higher state of consciousness. It's a transition period, but it doesn't happen unless you are prepared for it, prepared to see the causes of transition. Sometimes the causes we think are just trouble. They're crises, they're problems, and we just complain about them. But this is telling us, watch for those transition points to a higher consciousness. During the month before the full moon of Wesak, we must prepare ourselves for the goal of Wesak, which is exactly what I talked about last month. This is a great opportunity and time for us. So we are going to illuminate ourselves. We are going to see how we are going to change the state of our consciousness. So that's the first part. The goal is going to be that something new is going to take place in your life because you have set the goal for it. Now the next one is readiness. And this is what I'd really like to focus on this time. Second aspect of preparation is readiness. We need to prepare. We need to prepare physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually for the challenge of rebirth. Being born is not just an easy cakewalk. It means work. It means striving. It means meeting challenges and having that inner attitude, that inner poise that lets you meet challenges in a beautiful and elegant way. So look at the preparation that starts on page 350. Preparation means to take those steps that make yourself ready. And there are 7 steps you can take for the preparation of Wesak. I suggest strongly that you take each of these steps and consider how our whole world needs to take these steps, not just you, but we must start with ourselves, right? So start with yourself and see if you can take them one day at a time, or even 2 or 3 days. Why not meditate on this first step and the second and all the steps more than one day? Because they are that important for you, and they are going to prepare you for the great challenges and changes in consciousness that are your birthright. Okay? So the first one, the first step is to refuse to be in self-deception. It's really interesting when I thought about that our whole world is trying to have us engulf in self-deception. When we deceive ourselves, which means our higher self, we can easily be manipulated. We can buy things we don't need, do things we don't want to do, think things and feel things that are toxic for us. Consider how important that is to take steps to refuse to be in self-deception. It says to live in the light. Try to see what you are in your heart, in your mind, in your relationships. This is so powerful. That is very, very important for me. This is a very practical self. Your self-deception is like a spider web in your mind. Can you imagine that spider web that catches everything into that deception, and we translate everything in deceptive ways? Consider what happens in the news all over the world where deception is multiplied and added and coded on when we start to think that is really the truth. So the first step is remove self-deception from your life. Look how important it is. Spiritual people have to be real, solid, grounded in reality. Okay, you can't approach the powerful major full moon energies with deception in your mind or in your heart. Let's go to the second step on page 351. The second step of preparation for Wesak is to keep your conversations on a certain level. This is so important. When we listen to conversations, what are they all about usually? Just toxic stuff, agreeing, disagreeing. We want everybody to listen to us and do what we tell them. And it's always our feelings, our opinions, our thoughts. Consider our conversations to be an energy current that comes out of our mouth and pollutes or makes fragrant all of space around us. And the conversation you have is not just what comes out of your mouth. It's the mental conversation, emotional conversation. Even your prayers and meditations are a conversation. What are you praying for? What are you meditating about? What are the things that are going on inside of you when you're trying to sleep, when you're reading? Sometimes people read the teaching and they're reading it, but they're having a different conversations, and they misinterpret the great teachings and religions of the world, misinterpret it because they are having a different conversation. These conversations, if we don't watch them, will color everything that we do. All our thoughts, our feelings, our decisions, our writings on an individual or international stage will be colored by those conversations. So pay attention to that. Third step of preparation is to develop a clean heart. How beautiful is that? Watch your heart. It says watch your heart. Watch that feeling that you have inside of you that says, this is right, this is good, this is what I want, or I don't know. Watch that and pause. Whenever I've done that, I've never been wrong. When I watch myself, when I go against that inner feeling, gut feeling, I will suffer. I'll make the wrong decisions. See if that's also in your life. You can watch your heart by eliminating certain things. These are really important. Eliminate envy, jealousy, hatred. These three things are awful in our life. These things are like decomposing corpses that attract microbes into your heart. Let me just talk about decomposing corpses for a second here. When we have decomposing thoughts and feelings and hatreds and jealousies in our heart, what happens? They attract similar vibrations into our aura, into our life. Similar people will come to us. Similar thoughts and feelings will be attracted to us. So watch that. That clean heart means your physical heart, your emotional heart, your mental heart, your chalice, your 1,000-petal chalice. These are all gradations of your heart. Okay? So make attention on that, or pay attention to that. Okay, number 4. The fourth step of preparation is to improve the quality of your labor. See, this is really important. When people work with me, and I work on a team, or we work together in an office, or when we work as volunteers somewhere, everybody, if they pull their weight, it is such a joy to do. It's such a joy. It's not a chore anymore. So it says labor means everything you do, think, and feel. We are laboring with our minds. We are laboring with our emotions and our hearts. We are laboring with our hands and feet and the work that we do. Make sure that quality is improved. The quality of your labor must be raised, as if all your labor is being done for a great one. You know, when we pray and meditate, say the great invocation, what is that? That is a labor to shift the consciousness and the energy of the world to a higher level. So make sure you do it with all your heart, with all your focus. And make sure this year something deeper happens in your meditations, in your prayers, in your spiritual endeavor. Let's go to the fifth step. The fifth step of preparation is to daily occupy your mind during this month with the ideas of world unity and synthesis. This is so important. There's so many, millions of groups and people all over the world who want unity and synthesis and brotherhood and sisterhood for the world. We want to have free travel, free expression, unmolested by various winds in society, but so many people still suffer from that. It's not going to happen unless more and more people think of this world unity and synthesis. We are going through a crucial step in our life, international life right now, and that is the forces to break it apart and isolate versus the forces that will open and make us a unified world. How is that going to happen? Daily occupied your mind with the ideas of world unity and synthesis. How would you do that? Read the writings of great thinkers, great artists, great writers, great statesmen and stateswomen who talk about world unity and synthesis. Okay, we're not talking about everybody being the same. We are talking about equal rights, equal respect, equal care for the welfare of everyone, united. That's a very important step. The sixth step, let's talk about that, of preparation is to occupy your mind with the ideas of continuity of life. This is so beautiful. Just feel that you are, you were, and you are going to be. This idea is so important. I've been reading the Bhagavad Gita and Torkom's writings on the Bhagavad Gita, and he says it is such an important book because one of the keynotes of that is to abide in the eternal. Isn't that the teaching of great ones, all great ones? And when we think of our life going by quickly, when we step back and say, where have we been the last 50, 60, 70 years? How quickly life goes. I remember Torkom saying he blinked and his hair was gray. And I never understood what that meant until my hair got gray. And I thought, how fast did that happen? How quickly time goes by. So instead of feeling sad and forlorn about losses in the past, think about continuity of life, how you are going to continue every day, every year, into infinity, growing, getting more higher consciousness, more insightful, deeper in your life and everything that you do. Start thinking about continuity of life. And when you do that, you prepare your centers, your mind, your chalice for that possibility. You don't feel like you're going to be cut off. Okay, very important. It's going to give you that idea of future, and you'll start working for that future instead of just thinking about today. Seventh step of preparation is to have the idea that you are being watched. Isn't this interesting? Now that all over the world, people are saying people are spying, hacking, this and that everything is transparent. Well, we know that in the teaching, in the higher worlds, nothing is hidden, that we are being watched every minute. But look, not in a bad way, but know that your guardian within you is watching you. Okay, your guardian angel is watching you every single minute. We are completely transparent to the higher worlds. That's no news. The master is watching you, hierarchy is watching you, Shambhala is watching you, the one eye is watching you. If you develop this, in 24 hours you can become a transformed personality. This is really, really important. Remember that we are being watched by the great ones, guiding us, nurturing us. So we are going to have this preparation. So look at these, read this chapter again, meditate on each of these key points, and see how you can be prepared to meet the challenges, the insights, the wonderful inspirations that we all have during Wesak. It's a very important time of the year, and I hope you take time to prepare. All right, let's do a beautiful meditation that is given in the previous chapter, same volume, chapter 24. It starts on page 346. It's rather lengthy, but I think it's important that we do this. And again, every time you say a mantra, the invocation or this beautiful mantra of unification, always start with integration, alignment, and then focus in your head. And every time you say a mantra or a word, radiate it out. Don't let your mind waver, okay? Focus. All right, let's sit up straight. Feel joy and freedom. And the idea that you are going to prepare for this fantastic full moon of Taurus in celebration of Wesak. Okay. Close your eyes and put a nice smile on your face. And I will say the mantra of unification and have you repeat after me. The sons of men are one, and I am one with them. I seek to love, not hate. I seek to serve and not exact due service. I seek to heal, not hurt. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate. And outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all men love. Let's sound 3 ohms, and with each one, expand the circle of illumination. Start with where you are, take a deep breath. Second one, deep breath, a larger circle of illumination. Keep your focus, deep breath. Third ohm, larger circle of illumination. Repeat after me. Salutations to the great ones who brought us beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. 1 ohm, and enlarge your circle again with illumination and have your circle touch other circles. Circles of light waves. Meditate on the seed thought, my Lord, let me live under your watchful eye. Visualize that big eye watching you, and look at your physical life and how you would transform it under the watchful eye. Keep focusing on that eye watching your emotions. How would you improve your emotions under that watchful eye? Go to your mental life and how that will improve and change under the watchful eye. Have that deep faith that that is a benevolent, beautiful eye watching you. And internalize that eye and look at the entire world with the eye of the Lord. How would you see the world and your family and your surroundings? Ask yourself, what things must I throw out from my life so that the eye watching me will see my beauty? Stay focused. How must I purify myself? What do I need to do for purification? Think of this beautiful sentence, beauty purifies me. Goodness purifies me. Joy purifies me. Truth purifies me. Repeat after me. Lead us, O Lord, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality, from chaos to beauty. More radiant than the sun, purer than the snow, subtler than the ether, is the self, the spirit within my heart. I am that self am I. Let's say 3 more ohms, enlarging our circles even more and meeting with the light circles of others all around the world. Take a deep breath. Second one. Third one. I love the concept of the big eye watching, the eye of Taurus, and how God and the higher world see us every day, and how we can cultivate that all-seeing eye inside of us when we look at our life through that eye. And when somebody looks at us, imagine the great eye of God is watching us as well. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Have a beautiful and blessed Taurus and Wesak celebration. Bye for now.